Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? This is Morgan Tapp with Papillon House Bookkeeping, and if this is your first time tuning in, I am the owner of Papillon House Bookkeeping. I just said that, I know, I'm sorry, but where we do professional bookkeeping for small businesses, but we specialize in architects and attorneys because, well, that's just our wheelhouse. Um, and I like to hop over here once a week and give you guys little tips and tricks and I don't know, help you guys feel less alone on this entrepreneurial journey. And I like to make bookkeeping fun and maybe less tedious because it can be dry at times, but it doesn't have to be so overwhelming. Well, lately I've had a lot of my phone is ringing a lot. And people ask me, what is the difference between me and the QuickBooks Online bookkeepers or some of the, kind of larger companies like that are overseas and stuff like that. Like why are we so expensive? Or more expensive than those. What's the difference? So I thought I would just hop over here and talk about that uncomfortable thing, which is pricing and why. So I'm going to start with a story because the story sums it up perfectly. And I wish I could find the video and post it for you guys because it's so awesome. But, I can't because it's not mine and the internet and it's weird. All right. So it was a guy who did graphic design. All right. He makes logos. And he said, so he was like talking to people in a crowd. All right. And he was like, all right, so you want me to make you a logo, right? And I'm going to tell you it's $10,000. And the guy is like, that's a lot of money. He's like, yeah. And he's like, well, what would be the parameters in which um, you were willing to pay that $10,000? And the guy was like, well, we'll see how long it takes and how good it is, right? Okay, pretty good, right? So the guy's like, so let's say that I can do it for you in 10 minutes. And it's going to be the best logo you ever saw. It's going to cost you $10,000. And the guy like fell out of his chair. He was like, what? Why the heck would I pay you $10,000 for something that only took you 10 minutes to do? And the guy laughed. He goes, well, because I went to school, I worked for 15 years, and actually, I don't think this guy did work for 15 years. I think he was like 5. But anyways, he's like, I've been doing it for a while. I went to school, and I'm good at my job. And he's like, well, that's just way too much. And he's like, well, okay, who are you going to pay? Well, he's like, well, that guy over there can do it for $5,000. And he's like, okay, so let me get this straight. You want me to take less money for taking more time to do a job for you, which therefore makes it inferior. And the guy was like, well, but, he's like, I do not get paid because my job takes a long time. I get paid because I'm good at my job. And I'm totally killing this story. Just like anytime you ever try to replay a joke or anything like that, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it and I'm going to go on live again and be like, here it is. I found it. And you guys are going to be like, Morgan, you're a dork. But that's okay. I don't care. Point is, the guy's point to the story was, so often we look at a job and we think that a person does not deserve to be paid for something if they do it fast. This is construction. You guys get paid extra if you can go fast. How fair is that? let's think about it. Like, let's be honest, okay? I don't care if you guys ever work with me ever, but let's architects, attorneys, contractors. If you get a job done faster than the next guy and better than the next guy, do you deserve to be paid more because of your expertise or less because of the time it took you? I bet you 99% of you would say more. Okay, here's the tough, hard truth. I am no different. None whatsoever. Now, here's the difference. Here's another hard truth that might make all of you angry, and I apologize in advance. The reason why it's easy for you to say that you deserve to get paid more is because it's money coming into your pocket and not money going out of your pocket. See, if I take 3 hours to do your books and I charge you $1,000 a month, but they're clean and pretty and perfect, and you get monthly financials, whole packages that you can take to your CPA and do tax strategy sessions on and tax planning, but I do it in 3 hours. You tell me, well, you don't deserve that. Sorry? Would you like for me to take less money because I got it done quickly? How is that fair? So that's the like foundation of it all. The reason why professional bookkeeping, the reason why our company, I can't speak for others, I can only speak for ourselves, myself, us. Apparently grammar is not part of my wheelhouse today. The reason why we charge a premium is because I have worked with attorneys for 13 years. Somewhere between 10 and 15. I'm going to say 13 years. And I have worked with all things construction. I mean, literally my whole life, because I grew up in the construction industry. My grandfather was a GC, and I mean, I've been working for him since I was 10 for allowance money. So let's just call this what it is. So I know your industries, and I've been running books for businesses since I was 15. And my staff has 25 to 30 years experience. And my CPA has 20 years in corporate experience. And we're really good at our jobs. We have high precision. We have strategic insights. We are quick and efficient. We understand the software, so we're not spending hours learning and unlearning and redoing things. We're untangling y'all's messes. And all of that means that we have value in our industry, the same way that you do, the same way that the guy for my story does. So when people say, "Oh my gosh, Morgan, why do you charge so much?" Well, first off, let me take it back a notch. I am not spending 3 hours in the books. It's double that. But the point was, the time efficiency is a boon to you. That just tells you that we're experts in our field. That does not tell you that we're slacking around. And again, can I just be brutally honest? If we were slacking around, I would not have very many clients willing to pay that much money. Now, would I? No, I would not. But I do because we do really good work. And that's why we are not cheap because we do spend a lot of time in your books, checking, double checking, finding discrepancies, finding inefficiencies for you in your business, and then telling you about them in your financial packages and your emails. We spend time, cleaning things up if that's what's necessary. We spend time pulling things from your job costing software or Clio, making sure your AR is correct, making sure your billing is correct, making sure your AP is correct, making sure that all your payments are correct, making sure that your books are perfect, talking to you about payroll, reorganizing things if your CPA decides they need a different strategy. We do all of that while also maintaining trust accounts. I hate to say that because it's a lot of work and everybody wants us to do it, but we do. And we keep your trust accounts compliant and reconciled with three-way reconciliations. We do it all. And that's why I am not the price of a QuickBooks bookkeeper. Like when you call them and you get somebody on the phone, and I've probably a third of my business comes from somebody else's QuickBooks bookkeeping mistake that we have to go untangle and then fix and all that stuff. So, it is what it is. But I just thought I would come over here and share a little bit and be honest and just give you some transparency as to who we are and why we do what we do and why it costs what it costs, because that is the honest to God, unfiltered truth. We are more expensive because we do better work. And I don't shy away from that because I'm proud of what we do. I'm proud of my staff. I'm proud of our company. I love our clients. And I just felt like you guys deserved the explanation. And I really loved that story with the graphic designer because he really hit the nail on the head. I wish I could find it and post it. Oh, dig. Maybe. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble. But anyways, my name is Morgan Tapp, and my company, Papillon House Bookkeeping, does expert level services for small businesses, architects, and attorneys. And that is why we cost more than a QuickBooks bookkeeper or an overseas bookkeeper. We don't do high volume, run through, barely any work. We do excellent service. We spend as much time as you need in your books, and we provide premium level services. And I hope that if you have any questions or I hope you want to work with us because we're awesome. But if you have any questions, even if you don't want to work with us, I'm always happy to answer them. If you want to talk to me about services or what it means to be a professional bookkeeper, what we do in depth a little bit more. I guess I could go over that a bit, but I kind of already did. We do the normal stuff like categorizing and reconciliations, AR, AP, but we also will get into your job costing software or Clio. We make sure that your invoices are synced properly or we input them by hand. We check over your payroll and make sure that it's put into the books properly as a liability and it's like reporting correctly and not messed up because sometimes those syncages, they don't always work right. We work with your third party software to make sure that your invoicing is syncing correctly and that your AR is up to date all the time so that it's not tangled up. We make sure your invoices in QuickBooks the workflow is correct so that you have, again, with the proper reporting. We also focus on education, like my little banner back here says. I don't mind jumping on a Zoom and teaching you guys how to read the reports. My staff will get on and we help you guys as best as we can with taxes. We also have a CPA on staff, so when that happens, we do tax meetings with them. We really just go above and beyond to help you guys figure out where you are, figure out where you want to go, and then help you get there. We're data driven, so we give you hard numbers, hard data that you can use month after month in order to figure out your trends and grow your company and make informed decisions about your money. We do it all. And if you have any other questions, like I said, I hope this has been helpful. I hope I didn't offend anybody. If I did, I'm sorry. But if you want to get in touch with me, I am so easy to get a hold of. My name once again is Morgan, and my email is probably the best way to get a hold of me, and that's going to be morgan@papillon.house. Or you can check out our website, which is just papillon.house. You can always shoot me a message. I would be more than happy to respond. But anywho, I hope you guys have a great day and a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.